Okay, Virgo, welcome to your July 2026 tarot card reading. Let's get it started. Call upon the EIO, that thou will send Haru, the great angel son of the operation of the secret wisdom, to lay his invisible hands upon these consecrated cards of art, that thereby we may obtain knowledge of hidden things for the glory of thy ineffable name. Amen. Okay, Virgo, welcome back. As I said, this will be a reading for July 2026. We'll be using Thought Tarot and a Tree of Life spread to see what is going on for you in July 2026. Virgo, if you like the video, please like the video. If you like what I do here on the channel, please subscribe. If you'd like to do something further, the icon in the bottom corner of the screen will take you to a page, a link to my website. Feel free to check it out. I'm also on Instagram under Spirit Wars Tarot. You can reach me there with any questions you may have. Okay, Virgo, what is going on for you in July 2026? What's going on in July 2026? You don't subscribe to Jumpers? Usually, I'm starting to, but alright, let's see what we got. Virgo, the reason you're here is the Six of Swords, Lord of Earned Success. What serves you best in July is the Prince of Discs. A lesson to be learned, the Princess of Discs, the Earth of Earth. Okay. What you will be gifted is Five of Cups, Lord of Loss and Pleasure. How this gift shapes and challenges you. Prince of Cups. Your point of view on things in July is the Seven of Swords, Moon in Aquarius. What you really need? Four of Swords, Jupiter and Libra. How to get what it is you need? Three of Swords, Saturn and Libra. A lot of mind stuff going on here. The tools that you have to do this, the Hierophants, Taurian energy. What you ultimately manifest, Seven of Cups, Lord of Illusory Success. All right. Thank you, Spirit, and thank you, Virgo, for being here. Cheers. Into it. The reason why you're here is the Six of Swords, Lord of Earned Success. This is a card of, well, it's Mercury in Aquarius, so it's the mind, Aquarius, with its best planet, Mercury, which is also mind. It's forging ahead to holistic perceptions, guiding others forward, passage from difficulty, taking the necessary journey and going with the flow. Crowley calls it the Lord of Science. It's not a bad name. But this is the heart of the reading here. This is why you're here. You could be getting away from something or someone. You could be moving somewhere. You could be dealing in a long-term, long-distance relationship. What I see here intuitively for you is you've been going through a patch of trying to find the right way to do something for you and going through a lot of trial and error. But in July 2026, you found something that works for you. It's not necessarily easy, but it works for you. And it takes you where you need to go. It's good enough for you, which is a lot to say. Virgo, okay. What serves you best is Prince of Discs. Prince of Discs is heir of Earth. He's the King of Discs in other decks, or King of Pentacles, if you will. It's someone who is just a capable person with great staying power, impermeable staying power. Right? Steamroller, can't be stopped. Like Rocky Balboa, right? Is it's a sharpening of one's reality, seeing things for what they are. Prince of Discs says you can do it. Even if you don't know what to do, you can find out how to do it. It's being able to pivot. It's having determination, being stubborn, right? Taurus, the bull. So when you feel like these little things become hard or difficult for you in July, Prince of Discs says, yeah, maybe, but also maybe not. Maybe not. You're capable of so much more than you think you are. Alright? Okay. A lesson to be learned. Princess of Discs, Earth of Earth. This is tricky, I feel, because Princess of Discs, Earth of Earth, someone who is very grounded, very in their body, very generous, kind, a little naive, but strong. It says you're about to become aware of a great secret, and you're about to understand that great secret. I want to tell you what that great secret is. Especially for you, Virgo, I feel like this secret will be something that you will not accept, at least at first. Or maybe you will. Or maybe it'll take you a whole month to really digest it. But yeah, the Princess of Discs is in a position to accept this great secret of the universe. It's not a great big secret, but it's just something we all come to learn sooner or later. So, see you dealing with a lot, needing a lot of help. Well, you have a lot of help. I don't know if you need it, but yeah. Let's move into your creative world. Your gift. Lord of Loss and Pleasure. What kind of gift is this? I know. It's a shitty gift. It is. But maybe it's not. Also, maybe it's not. Lord of Loss and Pleasure says that things that used to bring you pleasure no longer do. And that's it. Right? In the Rider-Waite-Smith, you have the guy with the 2 knocked over cups of wine because he doesn't like wine anymore, right? He doesn't like wine anymore and he's sad about that. But once he gets over that, you can cross that river Styx and all that stuff. And I should be talking about this card because this one's a lot more cooler. You have all these empty cups and this vast wasteland, right? There's flowers tilting over, and it basically means there's no emotion in these cups, right? They're empty. Loss and pleasure. Probably calls it disappointment, but this can be a gift in the knowing, right? In the knowledge. If you know that something no longer gives you pleasure, it's a bummer, it sucks, but at least you know so that you don't have to keep trying, right? You don't have to keep hitting that button to see if it'll give you joy or pleasure or anything, because it will not. It allows you to have realistic thinking and allows you to steer clear of things like blind optimism or exaggerated expectation. Alright, I see you going through a transition period here, especially with this transition, uncertainty, tough times, leave while you can kind of energy, okay? And Virgo, you're a sign that's very focused, like things very perfected. I know myself, I'm a Virgo rising, so loss of pleasure, loss in pleasure, it's an interesting gift. Yeah, this journey will not be easy, but doesn't mean it's not worth it. How this shapes or challenges you, you have the Prince of Discs. Prince of Discs is someone who's very dark and mysterious, someone who wants to understand why it is they feel the way they feel. And this is in your place of challenge, of motion, of disruption. In many ways, the Prince of Discs is someone who is, I don't want to say reckless, it's ruthless in the back, thank you. Someone who's ruthless, or is capable of being ruthless. So, with this loss and pleasure, you're able to do whatever it is you need to do, Virgo, right? Feel very ends justify the means kind of energy here for you. Finding out why it is you feel the way you feel, especially about learning some kind of big secret. I don't even have to use the word secret, it's kind of thing about the world. But yeah. Prince of Discs is the King of Discs before he becomes the king, and the king kind of knows why it is he feels the way he feels and can kind of detach from things, and while other people go crazy with their desires and emotions and ambitions and all this stuff, but the prince is still in it a little bit, right? He's on his way to becoming the king. As are you on your way to understanding a great many things, Virgo, especially why it is you feel the way you feel. Or don't feel about a certain thing anymore. Alright, from your point of view, Lord of Unstable Effort, the Seven of Swords, Moon in Aquarius, this is the element of air moving into Netzach, moving into victory, right? So, in the Six of Swords, you have perfect balance, because sixes are perfect balance of air, of differentiation, of concept, as you have here, right? But with the seven, it starts to get a little bit more ugly, right? Aquarius is with the moon, and the moon is a little bit more imaginative, a little bit more crazy, a little bit more and Aquarius is a sign that does what they feel like they need to do to be them. So this is just not being in the right place at the right time. It's not being with the people that you need to be with. It's going against the grain in terms of thought. You have all these swords going against the one big sword, and it's not, your ideas are not matching up with your world. And you sense that. And it may feel futile, it may feel like you have a lack of support, and maybe you do. The important thing is to be honest with yourself about it, to not deceive yourself about it, to not just go with the flow, and to not just do something because in your mind, the concept, it works. Because when you push it out into reality, it might not. You know, it might feel like it. Yeah. Seven of Swords can get a little tricky. It's fun, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a failure, but just in my experience most of the time, it is. It's trying to outthink a problem. And you have a lot of thinking energy here. So let's move on to your, world of reason. What you really need? Four of Swords, effortlessness, right? Stability of air, of mind. Just doing, I don't want to say the bare minimum, but just doing the things that you need to do in life, right? Pay the bills, wake up, make the coffee, right? Don't try too hard, Virgo, and I know you will because you do, but stick to your routines, right? Stick to the fundamentals. That's what you really need in this month, or in July 2026. You need to take it easy, and you need to really take care of yourself, because you're going through a lot of stuff, or I should say a lot of stuff is going through you, through your awareness. Now, how to attain that effortlessness is through this. Saturn Libra, Three of Swords, Lord of Sorrow. This is in Binah, understanding on the Tree of Life, and in the depth of end, and that's what it is. It's being able to recognize that something is coming to an end, right? You have any kind of relationship, any kind of thing that you invest in, and it's going to have an ending. Everything Everything that has a beginning has an end, Neo, right? Matrix Revolution's a great movie, but that's what it's about. And in recognizing that ending and recognizing that limitation, you have sadness, you have sorrow, you have heartache, all feelings that are very natural for a human being. All right? So, in order to get to the Lord of Rest from strife, you need the Lord of Sorrow. So I see you accepting that something's coming to an end and healing through effortlessness. At least that would be my Spirit's advice here. Okay, in your tools and your foundation, you have the Hierophant. This is very good because the Hierophant is the intuition, right? Subjective intuition, that's his main function of consciousness. Eternal intelligence, main function hearing. Why? Because he can hear the inner truth, he can hear the intuition. Intuition is everything that you know that you didn't learn from anywhere else. But the only place it came from was inside you, right? And that's how you do it. That's how you teach yourself how to do a thing, right? Hierophant's a teacher, ultimately, but the teacher is you, Virgo. That's what's cool about this card, and that's what's great about its placement here. You will teach yourself how to get over this, right? How to keep moving forward. How to accept an ending. How to, etc., 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 right? Accept a great truth, right? How to move on. It's a very stubborn energy, right? And it's about being open. It's Taurian energy. Taurians are very sensual, very cool, very calm, very traditional. But that's the base of it right there, is the intuition. And teaching yourself how to do something. All right. This is your overall outcome, Lord of Illusory Success. Ultimately, to me, what this card speaks of is uncertainty, right? Again, Rider-Waite-Smith, I should just use that deck, but okay, yeah, the guy with all the cups and all the different things in the cups, and he's like, what's going on here, right? In this, you have a whole bunch of nasty cups, and it kind of looks like the Six of Cups, but it's not, because it's force, because it's a Netzach, which is will and perseverance and ambition and all this stuff, persistence, but it's trying to, again, to force an emotion, kind of like the Seven of Swords is trying to force something into being through thinking it, right? This is a card of being an illusion, right? Illusory success. It's wishful or clouded thinking. It's getting lost in the idea of a person. It's a fatal dependency. God forbid. But that's what it is. I can see why that. Now this is your gift, right? If you accept this, you don't have to worry about this, because this is showing up for you in July. If you can rise up to the place of love, you can see that you don't need this. But, no but, that's what it is, right? If you can see that, then you can accept an ending. And I know that these are all kind of really shitty cards, but it's all telling me a story here about you, Virgo, and that is you are going through changes, right? Changes that you will need to teach yourself how to get through, right? In order to get to a better place, right? Because in July, it just feels very uncertain. Things don't feel concrete. Things feel just like you have to do everything. Like you need to just, like you have to become the ultimate master. Like you don't even want to pay attention to it. You'd rather sit in the delusions and illusions that we create for ourselves, because illusions are seductive. They are. That's why they're illusions. All right, Virgo? My best advice for you is to accept what's ending, to gift yourself this reality that something is no longer working for you. I know you're going to try hard. You try really hard to think through it. But ultimately, you're going to teach yourself how to get through it in a new way. Something that's brand new for you. Alright? You're going to find a way out. Take the necessary journey and go with the flow, Virgo. That's all I got for you. Until next time, much love. Bye-bye, Virgo.